Hey you guys, it's the Stuttering Diva here with Crocheting with the Diva, here with Kat Day Gomez, CEO and founder of Pepper Magazine, which I'm about to be a part of. So we're going to be chatting about what's her why of starting the Pepper Magazine and why she chose to help young and local artists get their shot in the industry. So, Kathleen, thank you for talking with me. It's an honor to be a part of such an amazing magazine. And first, I have to congratulate you on your win. Like, for what? Best magazine or magazine of, like...
So, we actually... Pepper Magazine just won Magazine of the Year through the Texas Fashion Industry Awards. See, now I'm all tongue-tied.
Yeah.
So, Texas Fashion Industry Awards. So, 2022 Magazine of the Year. That was a big thing for us on our inaugural year for starting out. We're not even a year old yet. So.
Okay, wait. So, you're telling me that you're not even a year old yet? Like...
We were formatted in March, announced publicly in April, and then launched our first issue in June. So we're babies, and we made such an impact in that short of time, mostly because of what it is that we do. We're locally based, but I stress that we're not a quote-unquote local publication. We are a global publication. And we just happen to be based in San Antonio. But already we have an international staff in the U.S., Africa, and in the UK. So we've grown considerably in a very, very short time, and we are very much an independent magazine with really no financial backing or funding yet. This is solely from our hearts, and it's a humanitarian effort, and it's all humanitarian based.
So, that makes it more amazing that you're not even like a year old yet and you're doing big things. Like, baby's first steps have been award winning. Like, that's amazing. Number two, what was your why for starting this type of magazine?
So that goes all the way back to childhood for me. I was always a kid, very influenced by magazines and by media. You know, growing up in the 80s and 90s, and just the kind of indie pop and grunge culture called to me a lot. I remember being as young as 9 and 10 years old, cutting up pictures from different magazines and like creating my own prototypes for what would maybe be what I would think would be an amazing magazine. So I would use things from like National Geographic to Vogue, to Rolling Stone, like all of the different things that don't really go together. But in my mind, I thought there's a way to make it work. And we didn't really know that I was neurodivergent until I was in my 30s, actually. So it's just something that my mind, grabbed onto as a niche interest early on. And I've never gotten away from either being a photojournalist or a writer, all throughout my career, modeling, so production, creative department. And so with all this extensive knowledge of the industry and kind of public publishing, without having started from ground up to put a publication out, I thought, I have all the skills. Let me just learn as I go. So it's not fake it till you make it. It's learn as you go. Right?
and that's what I've been doing. Like, so it's not like you have learned the same way, just in different fields. Because that's the way I started off with fashion and doing what I do. I learned as I went. And I was that same way as a kid, like cutting pictures from Vogue. Like I had a Vogue subscription as a Christmas gift every year, like just cutting out pictures, putting things together, like putting out, okay, that jean jacket will look cute with these pants, so like putting different outfits together from different magazines. So like it's almost like we had the same niche, just in different areas, but end up in the same field.
Absolutely.
So it's like it's never fake it until you make it. It's like the world has now become your teacher, and we learn as we progress in the field that we want to be in. So I totally understand where you're coming from with that. So now that we know that you're still a baby, when it comes to this beautiful magazine, you guys, this magazine is phenomenal. Like the artwork that goes into it is really, really like different and edgy and super cool, and you're pushing boundaries. Like my favorite issue was the body issue, like showing different body types and not being afraid to show the skin that they're in, literally. Like it was no holds bar. Like everyone got their shine of saying, "This is who I am. This is me." So take it or leave it.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm more of a take it or leave it kind of person. Like, this is my art. I'm gonna love it or hate it. Not everything is for everybody, but at the same time, it's like we're here and we deserve a voice because someone out there needs to hear it and know that they are not alone in whatever journey that they're in. So, where do you see Pepper Magazine in the next 5 years?
Oh gosh. So I know that I actually touched on this a little bit in messaging back and forth with you yesterday. So and I'll actually allude to that because it's important to me what we said, and I'm here to be like completely forthcoming and authentic with everyone.
Yes.
So Shay suggested, hey, what can we do to make it so that for the issue that my work comes out in, we pay it forward and a portion of proceeds goes to a specific charity of my choice, CAP. And I said, you know what? And it pained me to answer Shay in this way because my heart is nothing but philanthropy. However, right now, Pepper is so completely grassroots. It's completely in its startup phase. Again, we're not even a year old yet, so we haven't incurred our financial backers or investors or anything like that. We don't have sponsorship currently. So at this moment, I'm not able to say, hey, yeah, let's pick a charity, let's put proceeds for every issue to different ones and rotate through so everyone gets a chance, right? What we do, in fact, is we put out an article in each issue, 1 or 2 articles on community efforts and nonprofits. We also feature their advertisements for their nonprofits and community efforts with no cost to the organization. So they get in for free. And that's our way of giving back. We always make sure to include the links and things like that. But as is, we're actually spending more money than we're making. We have no profit line yet. So within 5 years, I definitely want Pepper to be so lucrative of a platform that we are able to facilitate for huge givebacks, whether it be proceeds, but also, doing drives and different benefits and events that are driven to raise larger amounts of money. And of course, obviously, event spaces and things cost money. So we were able to have that kind of backing. We'd be able to give back in bigger ways. So that's my main goal, I think, with Pepper in the next 5 years.
Well, I want you to know that you have a friend in me forever. So we'll continue to talk and find ways to make this happen because I've been doing what I've been doing for 12 years, but I've just been seeing for it this year. So technically, I'm a baby too when it comes to being in the industry, and I'm always into collaborating with and us helping each other out because we can't do it by ourselves. And I realize that as I'm going, like we can't do nothing on our own. So whatever you need from me, whether it's inspiration or just someone to talk to or lean on, because me and her have kind of like the same mental health stresses. Like me and her have been talking and like just not knowing what someone else is going through or what your son is amazing. Let's start with that. I follow him. He has a book out. He's like what, 7?
He's actually 12 now. His first book came out when he was 10. He has another one that came out at 11. So hopefully we'll keep him going on that.
Again, big things come from this little lady right here. When they say don't mess with Texas, that's what they mean. So, of course, we'll be collaborating more. I'm super honored to be working with you now, and hopefully we'll stay working with each other in the future. But this is Kat. She is the CEO and founder of a local publication that is totally amazing, and I'm glad to be a part of. And when the print comes out, it'll be online.
It will be both digital and print. It's print to order, so anyone from all over the world can go online to the link and order a print issue. They don't print it until you order it, and then they send it right to you.
Yes, so...
And these are huge. Like, when I say thick, like, it's the thick
coffee table print. So you're going to get this issue. It's not an issue. So when do your issues come out? So to know when to look for them.
They usually launch or are already publicly released by the 10th of each month. October hopefully will be our only late release, and that's because we had an intensive fashion week, and Pepper, unbeknownst to us, was going to be roped into being part of that, which we're so honored and happy to have been. But that definitely set us back, on top of the fact that my ambitious behind decided that it would be a good idea to pay homage and a tribute to the fashion industry, both here and all over the world.
Yeah, which you should.
So we did a double release for October. That was a special fashion issue, and then of course the regular issue, which is now on its way. The special fashion issue is already available, guys.
Yep, it sure is.
You want to see that as well.
Because that issue is amazing. And so this is going to be an amazing shoot. I cannot wait for you guys to see what she does with this diva right here, because it's bound to be amazing. But thank you so much for talking with me, Kat. It's been an honor to have this conversation with you. Is there any last words that you want to say to people on how they can find you, where they can reach you, if they have any ideas, anything of that nature?
So the magazine is called Pepper Magazine, but you'll find it online at Hello Pepper. HelloPepperMagazine.weebly.com. That's our actual website. We're also on Milkshake for our web directory. And then on Instagram, of course, it's at hello.peppermagazine. And then it's Pepper Magazine on Facebook, just regular Pepper Magazine.
So, then thank you again for having me here and sending Sonia a text. Remind you guys, it's my first time in sending Sonia. Let's start with that. Let's start with that. Like, that was the honor in itself. So thank you again for having me. I cannot wait for you guys to see this issue. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And just when you go throughout the day, wonder what's your why for doing what you're doing. This is Stuttering Diva coming to you from Crocheting With The Diva. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.